I came to Ghana, everybody's black. I don't have to be worried about being racially profiled and all this stuff. But I'm literally scared to deal with my own people because they can be so ruthless sometimes. And nobody's going to be held accountable. That's the reality of living in Ghana. Hello guys, and welcome back to another vlog. It is MyssDarkNLuvly. If you are new to my channel, please like, subscribe, and chime in. You know, leave me a comment. Let me know where you're watching from. Today's vlog is a little bit emotional for me because I just kind of had an experience that, while I'm not surprised, you're just never really prepared for it. But today we went out, you know, for our usual running around errands and stuff, and my cousin was driving. He was issued a temporary license, which is on a paper. So the DVLA gave him that to use while he waits to pick up his actual driver's license. Normally he has it in the car, but today, because the car has been getting serviced and whatnot, we did not have it in the car because, you know, we don't want to lose it. Anyway, we're out, we're doing our errands, we're ready to come back home, and so we are approaching a traffic light. It's red, so we stop, and the police comes. He walks up to us. He's already standing at the intersection. He walks up to the car. He looks at the registration. He sees the insurance sticker sticking on the top. I know for sure there's nothing wrong. Everything that I know needs to be in this car is in this car. He proceeds to ask my cousin for his license. He asked him, and within less than 10 seconds, he was like, my friend, give me the license. I'm asking you for license, and your ticket. It's like he just went from 0 to 100 that it didn't make any sense. So my cousin started telling him, please calm down. You asked me for the license. I'm trying to pull it up. And he went in to try to explain to the police officer that he went to driving school. He got his license, but he's in the process of waiting for the actual physical card. So he's been given a temporary license, and he has a copy of it on his phone. Before he can even start explaining, this man started doing the most. He's going off. At this point, I'm still chilled. I'm trying to, you know, let him sort it out. I understand, you know, now after the whole incident, yes, he should have had the actual temporary paper, but he didn't at that time. And I know legally they can ask him to provide it. Okay, so I stepped in and I was like, can you calm down? Because he's trying to do what you asked him to do. He's even trying to explain to you, and you're doing the most. Of course, he flipped. He went off. At this point, I look in the back. My kids, they're attentive. They're confused because they don't understand all the tree language that's spoken, but they clearly know something's wrong. My son is starting to look a little bit scared, you know. So he asked us to pull around to the other side, and now he's going into a full-on argument with my cousin. And next thing we know, almost like 10 other police officers show up, and they all come up and they're all talking at us, screaming over us. So the chief or whoever is in charge comes up and he starts asking. So my cousin starts again trying to say what he's been trying to say this whole time, that they won't let him speak. So I stepped in. I said, listen, he asked him for the license. He's trying to pull up a copy, but you got to give him a second to get a word out. But instead, he keeps talking over him. He's yelling at him. Like, for a split second, I actually thought our lives were in danger. I told him, I said, listen, the way you guys are approaching this, it's scary. It was a simple question, and now it's turning into a full-blown, like, argument. The chief talking about, I'm gonna slap you and all this stuff. Like, he's saying all type of stuff. So my cousin now starts defending himself. But this went on for what felt like forever. I realized in that moment that they weren't trying to hear what we had to say. It was never about the license. They just saw a small window to exploit and extort, and that's what they were trying to do. And when I realized that it was escalating, the chief went onto the driver's side where my cousin was. He's literally in his face, dang near ready to slap him. And I started telling my cousin, I said, calm down. I got my kids in the back. So whatever it is that you guys are doing right now, just scaring my kids. I could tell he was getting mad because nobody wants to feel disrespected like that. It didn't feel real. When I spoke, the situation got worse. As soon as I tried to step in to defend him, all of them were pissed, trying to tell me to be quiet, trying to tell me they're not talking to me, all this stuff. And that's one thing I don't like. If I see somebody trying to bully somebody, I can't, as we say in Tree, it bothers me to my core, because I know what it feels like to be bullied. Respect goes both ways. You give it to receive it. And I'm disappointed to see grown men who are old enough to be our fathers even approach a situation as simple as this in this manner. But when I saw the way my kids were crying in the back, I looked back and I saw my son bawling, terrified, scared. That's when I really started trying to make sure this situation was under control. The problem with Ghana is that there's no accountability. There's no DNA, fingerprinting. There's none of that stuff here. People show up dead and they'll be running around. We're investigating this, investigating that. It's going to become a foolish case, as they call it in Ghana. So I'm telling y'all, when I say that when you are in Ghana, be mindful how you move. Don't come out here thinking that you got the law on your side. You are on your own. It's between you and your God or whatever you serve. Believe that. I'm not trying to scare you. This is what it is. All of this happened and the chief or whoever was in charge got so mad. He said, we're going to arrest him. Arrest him for what? What did he do? You attacked him with insults. Attacked him, cussing him out, doing all of this stuff, flexing your position, your boss, your chief, your whatever. So you think you could just be going around talking to people like that? Scaring people like that? Putting stress on, like, you really feel justified to slap him over this situation? This is my car. It's registered, full insurance, everything on it. The only mistake right now is that he doesn't have the physical temporary license paper with him, which we can get for you. We can go home and get that. So calm down and do what needs to be done. I'm trying to ask him, like, what do you need us to do right now? But now they're in their feelings because they feel like my cousin, he challenged them. So now they got to flex their position. They were doing all of that woo 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 whatever. They took us to the station and I started to tell them the reputation that Ghana police has, you're demonstrating it. You're traumatizing my kids. My son is asking, are we going to jail? Are we going to jail? And as a mother, it broke my heart. I did not understand why it got to that level, how this situation escalated to that point. I did not understand. So fast forward, we get to the station. He asked my cousin to go home and bring the license. I said, sure. But now here I am stuck sitting here for an hour with my kids in a car. They want to use the bathroom. There's no bathroom. So now you're telling me to tell them to pee outside. They want to drink water. I mean, at some point somebody passed by selling water and I was able to buy some for them. But he went home, brought the license, and as soon as he brought it, oh, you guys can go. All of that for what? This was such a simple situation that could have had a simple solution. You want to talk about being an adult and us expressing respect. He did that. He tried to do that until 10 of y'all started trying to get in his face. Cussing him out, putting your hands in his face, got my kids feeling like we about to get shot or something. To the people who serve this country and who serve it well and who do it from the goodness of their heart because they love humanity, they love their fellow Ghanaians, they love their job and they love serving others. God bless you guys. God bless you. God give you long life. God give you safety and security every day you go to work. I've learned so many harsh realities of trying to live in Ghana. It takes a lot of effort to be honest. It takes a lot of effort to speak the truth because the truth doesn't pay. It takes a lot of effort to be kind, to be gentle, to be respectful. It takes a lot of effort to keep your patience. It takes a lot of effort to keep your sanity and your peace in Ghana because so many people are struggling. People are desperate to survive, to make it. That the love of others, it's just disappearing. So when I hear people saying all the time, oh, Ghanaians are so nice. Oh, Ghana for them we are nice. I be asking myself, where? Where are those nice Ghanaians that they all keep talking about? There are very few number of genuine people who care about other humans. I've met a lot of genuine people since I've been here, but I don't just let anybody in my circle. And I get it, everybody has their negatives. As we say in Twi, even me, I'm not perfect. But in Ghana, I have learned to weigh out the levels of negativity, and I only stick around with the ones I feel like I can tolerate and deal with. So when you find really genuine people who are looking out for you, who are actually genuine about welcoming you, and a genuine, happiness and respect, keep those people close. But if somebody crosses you the wrong way, don't be afraid to let them go. One thing I don't do since I've been in Ghana is give second chances. You give people second chances, you just give them space and time to come and finish what they started. I stand my ground in this country. I know this is the stuff that nobody wants to talk about. The truth doesn't go far. I will always love my country. And as I always say, you better know the laws. You better know the do's and don'ts. You better know it for your own leverage. Let's speak the truth for what it is. I'm sick of it. I needed to get it off my chest. I needed to share with you guys. So my only advice to anybody trying to come to Ghana and settle in Ghana, just come out here, be about your business. Because outside of these little type of things, Ghana's a great country. We got a whole lot going on. You can literally make anything of yourself. If you got your mind right and you got a little bit of resources, you plan well, you can do anything. And you could do a lot that's going to help improve the country. Don't come out here and be fooled by all these fake smiles. Don't be so eager to jump into too many friendliness. Don't. Watch people, study people. Don't deceive yourself like, maybe that's not how they really are. No, what you see, it is what it is. Don't make excuses. Come out here. Do what you gotta do. Meet beautiful people. Live your best life. Build what you want to build. Add to the country. Do all of that. But open your eyes and pay attention. I'm really hurt today. And I'm really hurt for my kids to witness what they witnessed today. So guys, that's all I have to share today. It's a long video of me ranting. Call it what you want. We made it home. We're okay. If you've had a similar experience, do you have any advice? It's not that I always have to be right, but I like to stand on the truth. I don't like to see people being bullied. I can't stand foolishness. I always love Ghana. Ghana is who I am. I'm who I am because this is where I started. But as we say in Ghana, it's gonna work out. It has to work. Thank you for watching. You guys have a blessed day. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others. I say that all the time because I mean that. There's not a lot of kindness out here. Treat people the way you want to be treated.